Hey, what's up everyone? Morey Croson here, and today we're going to be talking about how to make substantial improvements within your throwing mechanics, guaranteed, and we'll start the video right now. This is the newest edition of the Performance Lab.
Reach your individual goals. You don't want to just talk about straight line speed. We also want to talk about your ability to be quick. We break down your video. Let's make you into the quarterback I know you can become.
All right, so this is going to be a very important video and something that I think should be passed along to somebody that you know will be able to benefit from the information. There's a lot of guys that I think will be able to get a huge benefit from really being able to take this and utilize this information to helping them improve their mechanics. So the biggest thing we got to do in order to improve your mechanics, and I get this, and sometimes it ends up being a little bit frustrating for me, as a coach, is trying to help you guys out with their mechanics, is slow the F down. Slow down, okay? And what I mean by that is we don't need to always be throwing the ball. It doesn't matter if we throw the ball 30 times, 50 times, 70 times, whatever the case may be, right? We need to have quality throws. So it's better to have 10 quality throws than 70 bad throws, period. Period, period, period. Okay, and so what that means is we need to compartmentalize the throw. We need to compartmentalize the parts of the throw that are giving us trouble to make it so then we can make the improvements. Right? And so what I see is guys continuing to throw full throws, deep throws, all these types of things, right? And I'm sending over drills to help them being able to, improve the load, right? Improve the transition. Well, we're not going to be able to really focus on improving the load or improving the transition or improving the weight shift unless we really focus on it. Right? And so just to give you a few examples or a few things that you can be doing, if your load isn't good, right? Compartmentalize the load, okay? Go 3-step drop, 1, 2, 3, and load, okay? We need to be able to get great at doing that, right? And then we want to be able to understand, how to use that lower body, right? Load and get the lower body, load and get the lower body, load and get the lower body. Do that 10 times and then throw one good one, okay? That will be better for you than throwing 100 of those throws. Doing this 10 times and then throw will be significantly better for you long term than just 10 throws. All right? Very important, right? Same thing with the transition, right? Get here, right? Make it so we're getting a good idea of where we want to be. Boom, then transition through. Here, we're getting in the spot we want to be, getting my hips to rotate, getting my, front hand out to the side, getting that disassociation with my shoulders. Finish through, right? Finish through. Right, getting that lower body right, finish through, okay? Work on that transition over and over again. So now I know what it feels like, right? So now I know when I go through the throw where I want to get to, where I want that wrist to be, right? How I want to shift the feet, okay? So if I'm here, if I'm having trouble with my weight shift, right, and staying back or the timing of that rotation, we got to really work on that, right? Get the arm out of it. We don't need the arm. We need to get the legs great, okay? We need to get the weight shift great. Here, rotate, shift on that front leg. Here, rotate, shift on the front leg. Front elbow, or get that front shoulder up. Okay, pull down with that front arm. Pull down with that front arm. Pull down with that front arm. Compartmentalize it, guys. It'll make a huge difference, right? And your potential worst nightmare, right? The thing that can make the biggest impact here is if you watch this video and you just do that for a day or 3 days, and then you think you got it, right? Really take the time to break this down. If you don't have the time to do it right, then when are you going to have the time to do it over? A classic John Wooden quote. All right, so, really take this into consideration, right? Really slow it down. Whatever ends up being the big thing that you need to work on, drill it, practice it. Drill it, practice it. Continue to work on it. It's not about the throws, right? We add in throws into the program to be able to help you in being able to, progress with the shoulder, okay? But we need to be able to, make some changes within the mechanics, right? And so we also add in drills. We got to be able to do those drills, okay? We got to take the time to do the drills. Slow it all down, guys. Slow it all down. That's the best advice that I could have for you. And if you do that, that's how you're going to make the biggest progress in terms of, load, transition, and finish, right? Especially you guys that are struggling with the load or struggling with the weight shift. You got to slow it down. You got to compartmentalize it. And that'll really make a big difference for you. So, as always, guys, if you like the information, click that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, comments, or recommendations, you can leave those down below. And, check out the description. We have a lot of great offers for you guys right now. That throw 60 is something that I think would be huge for a lot of you guys to take advantage of. This is going to get you, even if you're already throwing 60, we'll be able to get you to 65. We'll be able to improve your accuracy, right? I just call it a throw 60 program because that is, the big area or that big number that I think people need to get over, right? And for people that are maybe like 12, 13 that are watching this, you need to be able to do the throw 60 as well because, you're not necessarily going to be able to throw the ball 60 yards, in 12 weeks, but you're going to be able to establish the right mechanics to be able to help you throw the ball 60 yards in 12 weeks. And there needs to be more guys that need to put a focus on the mechanics, right? If you're struggling with the deep ball, if you're struggling with velocity, if you're struggling with being able to add consistent distance to your throw, it's the mechanics, right? And it doesn't matter. I tell people all the time, it's not, the worst mistake I made was put too much of a focus on timing, footwork, the things that you do in 7-on-7. Like 7-on-7 does not matter, okay? Going out and getting some of those reps is going to be able to help you for sure, but if you're not able to throw the ball with a lot of velocity and a lot of power, it doesn't matter, especially in the game that it is today. Everybody's so fast, right? The guys that were able to get away with maybe not having as strong of an arm, 20, 30 years ago are not able to get away with it now because the receivers are so fast. Right? How often did, this past class, I think, broke records with how fast all those receivers were and how fast the defensive backs are. Everybody's so fast. You got to be able to throw the ball a long way. You got to be able to add a lot of velocity. Okay? And that's just the reality of the situation. And the top quarterbacks are the guys that are able to put a lot on the ball. And again, that's just the reality of the situation. So check out that throw 60. I want to help you out. The reason I keep on saying the same things is because I really want to help you out. It's not because I'm doing this to, hear myself talk, I guess. I want to be able to help you guys out. All right, check out the link down below. There's a free Zoom we can set up to go over your mechanics. There's a bunch of opportunities that we have to be able to, help you in getting into the program, right? If the price ends up being something that is, you're a little bit worried about, shoot me an email. We'll be able to figure out something that works.